Hello everyone, my name is Suksham Tanu and today we are going to talk about UG papers that you have to give for government architectural colleges. UG means undergraduation. Now, coming to our agenda for today, we are going to talk about colleges and the exam needed to qualify for them, how to register for these exams, and what after giving the exams. Because there is a counseling process that happens after the exam results come out. So coming to the colleges and the exams needed for them, the first and major exam that is happening nowadays is JEE Mains Paper 2, which is joint entrance exam for B.Arch programs. Then there is an architectural aptitude test. This happens for IITs only. So joint entrance exams for BR program that happens, which is JEE Mains Paper 2. You have to qualify that. You also have to qualify JEE Mains Paper 1, that is for engineering. And only then and then after you can give AAT, which is Architectural Aptitude Test for IITs. Then there is one more paper which the COA does, which is NATA, which is National Aptitude Test for in Architecture. Then there are other exams, which is HITS EEE, which is Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science and Engineering entrance exam. So the rest of the exams which are written in in this further slides are for the other colleges that take their own entrance exams. For the major government colleges, they take in students using the results of these paper only, which is JEE Mains Paper 1, AAT, and NATA. Coming to the other colleges that take entrance exams are Gandhi Institute of Technology and Management. They have their own GAT, GIT. Then there is BS Abdul Rahman University Engineering entrance exams. Then there is Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology and entrance exams. And then there is Aligarh Muslim University engineering entrance exams. So AMU have their own entrance exams for architecture. Coming to JEE Mains Paper 1. So we'll talk about the list of colleges that take entrance exams, take kids using this entrance exams. And then we'll talk about the exams also, its eligibility criteria and how to register for it. Coming to the colleges, and we'll also tell you the number of seats that they hold कि कितने स्टूडेंट्स एक सीट पे इस इन यूनिवर्सिटीज में जा सकते हैं. Coming to the colleges names, which is Mizoram University is located in Aizawl and it has 18 seats only. तो हर साल 18 सीट्स निकलेंगी इस यूनिवर्सिटी में, विच इज़ फॉर आर्किटेक्चर. और आपको यहाँ पे लेने के लिए एडमिशन जेई मेंस का पेपर देना पड़ेगा, विच इज़ जेई मेंस पेपर 2. और फिर इनकी एक रैंकिंग लिस्ट निकलती है जिसमें से अगर आप इतने रैंक के ऊपर आए हैं इस पेपर. सिमिलरली गोज फॉर एसपीए, विच इज स्कूल ऑफ प्लानिंग एंड आर्किटेक्चर. These are in three places all over India, which is Bhopal, New Delhi, and Vijayawada. They are very renowned college all over India. And then coming to Sri Mata Vaishno Devi University, Malviya National Institute of Technology, which is again an MNIT. This is situated in Jaipur. It has 62 seats. Then Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, Bhopal. It has 80 seats. Then there are NITs, which is in Calcutta, Hamirpur, Patna, Raipur, Rourkela, Trichipalli. All these are NITs. They also hold their counseling sessions and they take the students using JEE Mains Paper 2. The other is VNIT, which is in Nagpur again. It also takes students using JEE Mains. Birla Institute of Technology, Indian Institute of Engineering, Science and Technology. Chandigarh College of Architecture, Faculty of Architecture, which is Jamia Millia Islamia University. Coming to other institutes, there are major institutes that are government funded technical institutes, which will have you will have to pay lesser fee than the other colleges here, is BIT, Ranchi, Mizoram University, SPA, and Katra College, NIT College in Katra, which is SMVDU, which is Sri Mata Vaishno Devi University. Coming to the admission process and what is your eligibility criteria. So the step one is to obviously check what if you are eligible for the exam or not. So as it is written in the forum for the 2024 forum, which is I have provided the link on the same slide. You can copy it from the video link also. So the candidate must have 50% of minimum in their 10 plus 2 class, which is 12th class. They should have an aggregate of physics, chemistry, maths, which is you have to have non-medical class in your 12th or non-medical stream in your 12th, which should include physics, chemistry, maths, and the aggregate should not be less than 50%. This is the qualifying criteria for it. Coming to the official notice where you can read more about it is National Test Agency, which is the portal of JEE Mains entrance exam, and this is where you're going to fill the form for the exam. Now coming to the step 3, filling. How will you fill it? So a student have to complete the registration process on the official website of the entrance exam, which is the National Test Agency. The link will be provided here only. They are advised to fill in the necessary details and upload their required documents, a photo and a signature. And you can do it by visiting on Gmail's nata.nic.in, clicking on JMains paper session to registration, which is, as you can see, there is screenshot of the portal that I have put here. And then you can go into the login section of this and then do the login, the initial registration, and go on and further fill the application form, including all the documents. They'll be provided with all the details that you have to go through. So as you can see, this is the page that you will follow up with. So first of all, you will have to register for it, and then you will be given an application number and a password after that. So once you are registered, you will be given an application number and a password. Using that, you can log in into the portal and find all your details for the examination. Okay, keeping in mind that if you have already, there are like 2 to 3 sessions for JMains paper, which is like every year there are 2 chances that you can give the same paper. So if you have already registered for session 1, you don't have to re-register yourself for session 2. You can use the same application number and password and verify and pay the fees for the same. So it would be like, I guess, 800 rupees. So you have to pay the fees. If you did not apply for JMeans session paper 1, then you have to go for new registration and use it for the registration process and the application process. So after filling the application, what is the next thing? The next step is that you will admit your JMains exam admit card. Candidate who perform well in the exam and score marks above the cutoff can appear for further rounds. Again, as I said, there is an AAT paper which is for IIT only. Once you have crossed the paper, JMains paper 1 and paper 2, which is JMains paper 1 is for engineering and JMains paper 2 is for architecture. So once you have crossed all the paper, you have cut the cutoff marks, which is the average marks that everyone has got. So they'll aggregate everyone's marks and then there will be an average marking. So the people who are in the top 10% will be will be above the cutoff marks basically. So if you are above the cutoff marks, that means you have crossed this paper and you have performed well in this paper and you will be getting a ranking accordingly. And then after that, you can appear for AAT, which is, and then you can give paper for it and get a entrance in IIT for the JMains paper after the JMains paper 2 for architecture. And there is a link of what all is going to come. So they have provided with a whole syllabus of what all is going to come, which is your mathematics part, aptitude test, and a drawing test. So this is a list of all you can read about it, and then there is this link which you can go and check for the same. Coming to JEE Advance, again, JEE Advance exam is the second round of the exam, which you will have to give after paper one and paper two of the year. And then you can go for the AA. Coming to the step 8, which is participants in the Joint Seat Allocation Authority, which is JOSA. So JOSA is a counseling session. So you have to, after you give the exam, your result has come out, you have to appear for a Joint Seat Allocation Authority. So the JOSA this has a portal of itself. They'll take your admission number for or the registration number for your JMeans paper, and they will take out your marking, and then accordingly they will allot you the college that has that whose cutoff you have crossed. So they have like 4 to 5 rounds in it. So this is very important to go into the counseling after the exam process, because this is where you're going to get a college. So the list of colleges that I've told in the earlier slides, they take admission through this only, which is JOSA is your counseling partner. So they counsel people on the basis of their JEE mains paper exams result, and then they will provide you with the college that you have to go, and it will be on basis of your marking. So they have 4 to 5 rounds, I think 6 rounds, and then there will be a special round in which they'll fulfill all the seats that are in the college. And then after that, after you are given a college, you will go to the college and provide your documentations for verification for the same. Now, coming to the exam pattern. So, mode of the exam is on computer. So, you have to give the exam on the computer only. And then you will be given a sheet where you have to draw also. There are 3 parts for it, which is mathematical, aptitude, and drawing for JEE Mains paper 2. There will be 3 parts in the paper, which is mathematics, aptitude, and drawing. So in mathematics, you will have a multiple choice question, which is a question with numericals and values as numbers, as answers. So there will be MCQs, multiple choice questions, and then there will be a few numericals also, where you have to answer in numbers. Then there will be an aptitude test, which will be based on your general knowledge for architecture. It will have multiple choice questions again. Then there will be a drawing test, which will be like you will be given 2 sheets, and then you will have 2 to 3 options of what you want to draw, what you have to draw. And then that will also be checked. The medium is in 13 languages, and the paper will be of 3 hours, and there it will be for 4 hours for PWD aspirants. And the total marks of JEE Mains paper 2 is 400 मार्क्स का पेपर। तो मैथमेटिक्स वाले जो पार्ट होता है उसमें 30 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, जिसमें से 20 क्वेश्चंस आपके एमसीक्यू रहेंगे, विच इज 20 क्वेश्चंस आर एमसीक्यू, एंड देन द रेस्ट ऑफ द 10 इज योर न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यूज क्वेश्चन. So there will be a value adding tab on the screen, and then you will have to enter the number that you have got after calculating the question, basically. And this part is total of 100 marks. Coming to the aptitude part has 50 questions in it, and it has 200 marks. The total marks that it holds is 200. So you'll have to answer 50 questions to get total of 200 marks. And then there are 2 questions in drawing test, which is like 100 marking, which holds 100 marking, which is 50 each drawing. So total of 82 questions, and the total marks is 400. Now there is one more catch, which is if you do the answer correct, or if you clicked on the right answer in the MCQ, you will get a +4. And if you answered it wrong, if your MCQ has a wrong answer, you will get a -1 for it. Okay. So that means if you have answered a question which is +4 marks, and then you after that you answered some question which you answered wrong, then you will be getting in total 3 marks, right? And then if you don't attempt the question, obviously there is zero marking. Usually the numerical values questions where you don't have to select an option, and there is a numerical value that you have to add, which is like 10 questions that are given in mathematical parts. There is no negative marking. There is only 4 marks for or the correct answers, you will be awarded 4 marks. Coming to the next exam that you have to give, which is NATA. So now coming to the second test that we are going to talk about is NATA, National Aptitude Test in Architecture. So what we are going to talk about again, that is the list of colleges that take admission through NATA, about the exams, क्या एग्जाम होता है, क्या चीजें होती है एग्जाम में, इट्स एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया एंड हाउ टू रजिस्टर फॉर इट, एंड उसके बाद काउंसलिंग का क्या प्रोसेस रहता है, विच इज अगेन द प्रोसेस थ्रू विच यू विल गेट एंट्री इनटू अ college. So coming to the list of institutes, MSU Baroda, Andhra University College of Engineering, Sir J.J. College of Architecture, or again a very renowned college it is. Then Sri Mata Vaishno Devi University. So there are some colleges which take admission on both the bases, both JEE Mains and NATA. So Sri Mata Vaishno Devi University is one of them. JJ College is one of them. Jamia University is again one of them. So you have to qualify an ATA exam for it, and you have to give JEE Mains paper for it too. So both of the exams are really important to give. Coming to reading the other colleges, which is RIT Kottayam and then Guru Nanak Dev University in Amritsar. Now, what is the process, B.Arch admission process through NATA? So step one is for reading the official notification. It has a separate site. Just like JEE Mains had a separate site, which is NTA, it has a separate site of NATA, which is made by Council of Architecture. So Council of Architecture is the body or the government body which provides you with the education of architecture, the process of becoming an architect, and then it also provides you with the license of doing being an architect. So you also get a license to practice it, to practice your work. So COA is the one who is holding the authority of doing all of that and much more other things also. So CO is the one who conducts NATA every year, which is National Aptitude Test in Architecture. I have provided the link here for the same. The website for NATA, you can copy it. It's nata.in. There is a screenshot of NATA website here by side, if you can see it. This is how it looks, the NATA website. And then for completing the registration, you will have to click on their student registration form or NATA 2024 registration, which is written above here in blue color, as you can see. And after that, again, there will be a registration. First of all, you will get an admission number and a password that you will be creating for it. And then further on, you will be filling your application form, which will include again your documentation, your photo, your signature, and then they will provide for an admit card. You will use that admit card, give a paper, and then you can go further getting your exam results, and then you will get a college. It is the same, but then it is a different exam. So we'll see what is different in this and JEE Mains. So this is, as you can see, this is the portal, this is how it looks. So after you have registered, you have to re-log in and fill these application forms, upload and scan your photo, and then you will obviously get your admit card. And then the paper is of 3 hours, and this is the syllabus for NATA. So NATA has two parts in it, which is part A and part B. Part A consists of composition and colors, sketching and compositions in 3D compositions, which is basically your drawing portion. And then part B, which consists of your mathematical aptitude test and your logical and general knowledge about the architecture. Coming to step 5, you will be verifying your documentation again, and then the candidates will be given or allotted their colleges. So, talking about the NATA exam pattern, it is held online, which means then again you will have a computer on which you will be given the exam or paper. Then coming to the maximum marks, it is 200 marks. Last time in JEE Mains paper 2, it was 400 marks. So here the maximum marks you can get is 200. The duration of exam will be 3 hours. The number of questions that you can ask is 125 questions. Language, it is only English. In JEE Mains, you can give it in 14 different more languages. Here, you can give it in English only. The marking scheme depends on the question. Some marks can be of 1 mark, some can be of 2 marks, some can be of 3 marks. For the mains paper, it was +4 for every question you answer and -1 for everything you answer incorrectly. Coming to the parts, again, there is a part A, which is drawing and composition test, and then there is a part B. So, composition and coloring, there will be a one question, which will be of 25 marks, sketching and composition, which will be again of 25 marks, and a 3D composition, which will be of a 30 marks. And then there will be a part B, which will be your general aptitude question. Some part of it will be mathematical and some part will be of a general knowledge. Again, depending upon the question, it will depend how much marks you will get. Some of are 2 marks and some of are 4 marks. So part A of this section. So in part B, there are two different sections. Half of them will hold part A, which is the part B, which is your general aptitude. It will hold 120 marks in total. And for the drawing and composition part, in which you have to draw, it will hold 80 marks. Coming to the list of counseling. So this is the most important part. Once you have given exam, you have to give your names for counseling, and it is important that you give your name in all the counselings, so that you will have a better chance of getting a good college, a good government college. So the joint entrance we were talking about JOSA, which is Joint Seat Allocation Authority. So through this, you get your colleges which are IIT, and there are some other colleges also which participate in JOSA. So if you have given JEE Mains paper 2, you have to participate in this so that you can go into a college. So these are some national level college counseling. So you can get college all over India through this. Then there is JAC Delhi, which is Joint Admission Committee Delhi. This is also an important counseling authority or committee. Here you can take admission in B.Tech and B.Arch in Delhi through this counseling in DTU, NSUT, IGDTU. These are some of the colleges where you can get admission. Again, you have to provide your JMain score in this also. Joint Admission Committee, JAC, which is again the same kind of committee, but it is for Chandigarh. Here you can give your name for the same, and the whole process is the same. But the universities who are participating in this counseling, which is for Chandigarh specifically, it will be the Punjab University and Chandigarh universities. And then there are other state level counselings, which are CETs. So there again, it depends on what state you have your domicile from, or there is a certificate that you have done your 12th from this particular state. So that is where you can give your own counseling also. You get your own city or your own state counseling also. Again, there is Maharashtra CET, which is MHCET. So the people who belong to Maharashtra and they have done their 12th from Maharashtra can sit in this counseling, and then they can get a college in Maharashtra only. So this is for all the general colleges, government colleges that comes under the Maharashtra government. Then there is Karnataka CET, which is KCET. There is Tamil Nadu engineering admission, which is again for the only kids who has done their 12th or diploma from Tamil Nadu. So coming to the institute specific counselings, again then there are institutes who take their own entrance exams. So for example, we talked earlier, there was a few colleges who were taking their own entrance exam. So you can go and prefer for that. Thank you. This is all, and we'll meet you next time with more information about architecture. Thank you again.